Titans of Salesmanship, Browne on Salesmanship, 5 of 6. You have determined this prospect's motivation by listening to him tell you about his problems and goals, as they relate generally to your product or service. You have summarized his problems and goals into a single, clearly spoken or written sentence or paragraph, and you have received this prospect's validation that you understand his problem. In Step 3, you played back the conversation you had in Step 1. And presented only your product's features and benefits that this prospect told you were important to him. It is not yet time to close the sale. This prospect is not yet ready to buy. He still has a few questions in his mind about whether your product can accomplish everything he needs. In face-to-face sales, these doubts are called objections. In written sales, copy these doubts are called proofs because you must anticipate them and respond with logical, factual proof that your product can, in fact, accomplish everything he needs. For face-to-face sales, Mr. Browne handled objections with listen, agree, suggest. Listen fully to every objection even if you think it is common, trivial, and can be easily handled. If you interrupt your prospect in mid-conversation with a quick answer, you are telling him that his objection is trifling to you. It is not trivial to him. You have come too far to create a conflict with your prospect or to make him think that you are contradicting him. Agree that his point is valid. When you do this, you are putting yourself in his position and approaching the matter with the same objectives and the same skepticism that he has. The prospect will not take the pains to understand your position until he's sure that you understand his. If you listen to the objection and agree that it is valid, you have established a new status quo with your prospect. You are then in a position to suggest another alternative that provides everything he has already, plus an additional benefit for him. In his book, How to Sell Anything, Mr. Browne illustrates this point by retelling his experience selling reading lessons to groups of 40. As often as not, the attempted close was met with perhaps the most common objection, "I'll have to think it over." Other salesmen were meeting this objection by only bringing up the money-back guarantee followed with "Why not sign up tonight?" The results were not favorable. Browne handled it this way: "I see what you mean. That will be quite all right. Please handle it the way that would be most comfortable for you. If you decide to take the course, just mail in the registration card or bring it by. And if the class you want is still available, we'll be glad to enroll you. There is one other alternative available to you, however. Let me suggest it, and then you decide if you think it might help your situation. Since we accept cancellations right up to the first day of the class, you can make a reservation for the class you want while you're here. Then go home and think about it. If you decide you don't want the course, just call us on the phone and we'll mail the registration and deposit to you right away. But if you do want to go ahead, you'll have saved a place in the class you want. And that way you won't have to make a second trip here, no matter which way you decide. That would seem to be an easier way for you to handle it. The next step is to close the sale.